season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And Howe will throw it. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now try to pick it up on 3rd. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Washington offense stringing together a couple of good pickups. It's another first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team led the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Gibson again. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation. But I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Foul to the air on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the stripe. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
A man coming off a washout 2021. It's Travis Etienne. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Lawrence will throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second down. Howell now. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Throwing on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
A late season breakout at the end of 2021 with the Raiders earned Zay Jones a big deal as part of Jacksonville's spending spree this offseason. And he'll need to keep up that kind of play in order to stand out in a crowded Jags receiving room. First downs like that, an excellent way to continue to earn more opportunities.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Handoff running left is Etienne. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and you play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. A CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A handoff running left is Gibson.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Second down, Howell back to pass. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
They'll try the left side with ETN.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Powell. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
ETN once more.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On the ready. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On the counter, ETN.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, Howell to throw. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from it?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field? Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Howell.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Howell looking to throw again. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here's Howell. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
Touchdown!
Antonio Gibson.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Going for the deep ball. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right at the 20. To the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Here we go. Hey, stand up.
On play action, Lawrence. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 11 now. Powell. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On 2nd and 9, Powell. This one left side caught by Gibson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now try to pick it up on third. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Howell. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Gibson again, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Second down. Howell now. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Jags are right back in this football game.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Now Lawrence.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence
looking downfield for Jones. And this one is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Now they send a man in motion right.
And they'll run again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Gibson is in. Touchdown, Washington. Charles, a well-drawn-up play, beautifully executed, and look at the scoreboard and where we're at in the second half. They are on their way to a 1-0 start to this season.
Exactly what every team in the league dreams of. Winning your season opener, getting off to that good start, and building confidence for the rest of the season.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. If they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. On the return, here's Agnew. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close.